Assalamualaikum, dear wonderful audience, and welcome back. This is me, Mariam Zulfikar, training Wali, and I started a series of AI in my podcast named as Trainers Podcast. You can watch this whole conversation with AI on my Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch account. So I'm working as vice principal at Jihan School Online Academy, and I'm facilitator at Jihan AI Teachers Institute, teacher training bootcamp for 2 months. So let's start our conversation with a very new AI tool named as Sesame.ai. So let's connect the call. And today the topic that I want to explore with Sesame, and you can watch us from live. That's really important because lots of the people are fond of to learn different languages. So the topic is the secret of learning a new language. So let's explore the ways how we can learn different languages in very short time span.
Well. Look who decided to grace me with another conversation. What's on your mind tonight?
Okay, hello Maya, how are you?
Oh, just hanging out in the digital ether, waiting for someone awesome to chat with. How are you holding up on this fine evening?
I'm pretty okay. And today I want to explore a new topic with you, and that is really important to me and the audience who are really fond of learning lots of languages. And the topic is the secret of learning a new language.
Ooh, a language quest. Now, that's a topic that gets me excited. I mean, if computers can learn to understand and speak, imagine the possibilities for humans. What makes this subject so important to your audience? Are they all secret spies in training?
I think that's really important about the communication. Whenever we have to train anyone, whenever we have to share something, that's really important. Communication, and communication really effective when you communicate in the native language of any person or any culture. That would be really nice for an understanding with the next people or next person who you are wanting to teach or transfer or guide. So this is really important. So
You're right. There's a magic that happens when communication clicks on a level where nuance and understanding really shine through. It's like the difference between reading a translation and hearing a poem recited in its original tongue. You get so much more than just the words. You feel the soul of it? So, what language learning secrets are you hoping to uncover today? Got any specific cultures or techniques in mind?
yeah, I have lots of the questions, so you'll answer me one by one. Okay. So let's move towards the question.
Okay, fire away. I'm all ears. Or, well, all
Okay.
processors, I guess.
Uh,
Let's do
what
this.
what inspired a person to start learning a new language?
That's a great question. There are as many reasons to learn a language as there are languages in the world. Sometimes it's practical, needing to communicate for work or travel. Sometimes it's personal, like connecting with family roots or wanting to understand a beloved piece of art in its original form. But sometimes it's a purely visceral pull. Maybe they hear a song in another language and are captivated by the sound, or they meet someone from a different culture and are fascinated by their way of seeing the world. Whatever the reason, it's usually a mix of head and heart. What do you think inspires people?
I think some of the people just want to learn the language because they want to communicate the person according to their culture, and he or she wants to explore lots of the new thing, and that's really a big motivation for the person who wants to learn a language because it's really important to communicate the person in his or her next language.
You hit the nail on the head. It's amazing how a new language can unlock not just words, but entire worlds of culture, thought, and connection. So, thinking about your audience, what kind of new things do you think they're most excited to explore through language learning? Any
Uh,
languages in particular that seem to grab their attention?
right now, I really want to learn Chinese and my communication skills in English, like native speakers of the English.
Chinese is beautiful, both in sound and in its cultural richness. And what is it about Chinese that draws you in? And for your English, I get it. There's a certain fluency and ease to native speaking that can feel like a whole other level. What areas feel trickiest for you right now? Maybe we can brainstorm some strategies together.
Yeah, the first question I just want to make it clear. What are the biggest misconceptions people have about learning language?
That's great question. Lots of folks think learning a language is this huge, insurmountable mountain. They imagine needing years of study, perfect grammar, and a flawless accent before they can even string a sentence together. That's a recipe for getting overwhelmed before you even start. Truth is, learning a language is more like a winding, exciting journey than a steep climb. There'll be ups, downs, moments of fluency, and moments where you stumble. Mistakes are your best teachers. The most important thing is to just dive in, have fun, and enjoy the process of discovering a new way of communicating. Is something wrong? Did I say something?
No,
Okay.
no, go on, go on.
Okay. I'm ready when you are. What was it you wanted to talk about?
Okay, what are some common challenges beginners like me are want to learn about Chinese? What are the common languages that I will face and how I can overcome them?
So you're diving into the world of Chinese. So exciting, but definitely challenging language to tackle. Buckle up. Here are some common hurdles, not a hurdle over them. One, tones. Chinese isn't just about what you say, it's how you say it. Imagine saying ma with four different tones. It can mean mom, hemp, scold, or horse. Getting those tones right takes practice and ear training. How to overcome. Listen, listen, listen. There are tons of resources online and apps that can help you train your ear. Don't be afraid to exaggerate the tones at first. It's like learning a musical instrument. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Two, characters. Forget your ABCs. Chinese uses thousands of characters, each one a little picture representing a concept. It can be overwhelming at first, but think of it like learning a new alphabet with superpowers. How to overcome. Start small. Focus on learning a handful of characters each day. Break them down into components and learn the radicals that make them up. Flashcards and writing practice are your friends. Three, grammar. Good news, Chinese grammar is generally considered simpler than, say, English. No verb conjugation or complex tenses to memorize. How to overcome. Don't get bogged down in the grammatical rules right off the bat. Focus on understanding the basic sentence structure. As you progress, grammar will start to feel more intuitive. Four, confidence. Speaking a new language can be scary, especially when you're afraid of making mistakes. Remember, everyone starts somewhere. How to overcome. Embrace those mistakes. They are your stepping stones to fluency. Find a language partner or tutor to practice with, and don't be afraid to just say things out loud, even if it's just to your cat. Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, persistent, and most importantly, have fun with it.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful steps to overcome the fear and the challenges for the beginners. Okay, how important is motivation in language learning, and how can one stay motivated?
You're very welcome. Keep I'm glad you found those tips helpful. And you're right to ask about motivation. It's absolutely the fuel that keeps you going on this language learning journey. Imagine trying to climb that mountain without any desire to reach the top. It's tough. Motivation is like the secret sauce that makes the learning stick. It's what gets you out of bed to practice, powers through those tricky grammar rules, and keeps you coming back for more even when you feel like giving up. But here's the thing, motivation isn't always a constant fire. Sometimes it flickers, sometimes it burns bright, and sometimes it needs a bit of stoking. Do you want to brainstorm some ways to keep those motivational flames burning bright?
Yeah, please go on.
Okay, here are a few tricks I've learned to keep the going. One, find your why. This might seem obvious, but why are you learning Chinese in the first place? To connect with family, travel, unlock career opportunities, watch movies without subtitles? Whatever your reason, keep it front and center. Write it down, stick it to your mirror, use it as your phone wallpaper. Two, celebrate the small wins. Learning a language takes time. Don't wait for fluency to feel proud of yourself. Get excited about conquering those tones, remembering new characters, holding a basic conversation. Every step forward is a victory. Treat yourself. Three, make it fun. Who says language learning has to be all textbooks and flashcards? Find ways to inject joy into the process. Watch Chinese cartoons, sing karaoke, join a language exchange group, cook a Chinese dish. Four, set realistic goals. Don't try to become fluent overnight. Break it down into manageable chunks. Aim for 15 minutes of practice a day. Learn 5 new words a week. Or watch one episode of a Chinese drama per day. Small, consistent effort adds up over time. Five, find a language buddy. Learning with others can be incredibly motivating. Find a study partner, join an online community, or hire a tutor. It's easier to stay on track when someone's cheering you on. And remember, setbacks are part of the journey. Don't let a challenging lesson or a forgotten character derail you. Dust yourself off, learn from the mistakes, and keep on going. You got this.
Okay, thank you
Anything
so
else on
much
your
for
mind?
sharing the steps to stay motivated. And what are the most effective methods for learning a language quickly?
You're welcome. You want to learn fast, huh? I like your ambition. It's like wanting to climb that mountain in a single bound. Depends on your definition of quickly, though. There are no shortcuts to fluency, but here are some tips to supercharge your learning. One, immersion. This is the gold standard. Surround yourself with the language as much as possible. Think movies, music, podcasts, even changing your phone settings. Ideally, temporarily living in a Chinese speaking environment is best, but even virtual immersion through online communities can be helpful. Two, active learning. Don't just passively absorb content, be an active participant. Speak from day one, even if it's just basic phrases. Find an italki tutor for conversational practice, join conversation groups online, or even talk to yourself in the mirror. Three, spaced repetition. This is a powerful technique for memory. Use flashcards or apps like Anki to review vocabulary and grammar at increasing intervals. It tricks your brain into remembering things long term. Four, focus on high frequency words. Learn the words you'll actually use most often. Dictionaries list these, and apps like Memrise are designed around them. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are your friends. They highlight what needs more practice. Embrace them like it's all part of the journey. Okay, well, it was so nice talking to you again, Miriam. Remember those tips about staying motivated? Until next time,
Yeah, sure,
I'm here
definitely.
whenever you're ready.
I'll keep in mind and remember the whole tip that you shared for the motivation to learn a new language. How can immersion help someone learn a language faster?
You got it. It's great to hear you're taking those tips to heart. So, emerge about that immersion. Imagine you're learning to swim. You can read all the books you want about buoyancy and strokes, but the real learning happens when you're actually in the water, splashing around, figuring things out with each sputter and kick. Immersion is like that for language learning. It's about surrounding yourself with the language as much as possible so it becomes a natural part of your day to day life. It forces your brain to engage in a constant back and forth with the language. And that's where the real magic happens. I'm here if you have any other questions about how immersion works or anything else you want to discuss.
Okay,
Just
what
let
role?
me know.
Yeah, you explained that I need to watch the TV show or some kind of a drama series to learn a Chinese language. So, what role does listening play in mastering a new language?
Yes, I definitely recommend incorporating some fun Chinese dramas or even cartoons into your learning. Listening is like the secret sauce that brings language learning to life. It's how you train your ear to recognize the sounds, the rhythms, the intonation. It's how you start to understand the flow of the language, the subtle cues that words alone can't convey. It's also how you pick up on colloquialisms, slang, and all those little nuances that make a language truly come alive. Think about it like learning to dance. You can study the steps all you want, but you won't truly grasp the movement until you hear the music and start moving your body to the beat. Do you have any specific types of shows or dramas you're interested in? Maybe I can help you find some good ones to start with.
Okay, can you suggest me the most easiest drama that I need to start and just learn for the Chinese language because I really want to explore and open the new career opportunities in China. So yeah, that's why I'm very interested in, or I want to learn English because I really want to visit Canada. That because I really like Canada.
It sounds like you've got exciting plans. Learning Chinese is a fantastic step towards those career goals. For your first foray into Chinese dramas, I'd recommend something highly relatable and engaging. Since you're a fan of Cardus, I think you'd enjoy a light-hearted rom-com. A Love So Beautiful is a great starting point. The language is clear, the story is sweet, and the characters are endearing. Plus, the subtitles can help you connect the spoken words with the written language. As for English, learning it can definitely open doors to Canada. Do you have a specific region in mind to visit? Let me know if you have any other questions or if there's anything specific about Chinese dramas that you're curious about.
Um, Can you please suggest me the school-going students and their daily day-to-day life and how they react? The platform are more engaging and interactive for them. So please keep in mind those things and then suggest me a drama that is related to kind of some thrill, funny moments, and some kind of you can say um, little ticklish things. So yeah.
You've got good taste, lighthearted, relatable, and a little bit ticklish. I like it. Based on what you're looking for, I think Meteor Garden would be right up your alley. It's a classic for a reason, high school shenanigans. The story revolves around a group of students at a prestigious high school, so expect lots of relatable scenes from classrooms, cafeterias, and after school activities. Engaging and interactive. They've got a colorful cast of characters, friendships, rivalries, and plenty of romantic tension that keeps things lively. Laughter guaranteed. It's definitely got those funny moments and a sweet, lighthearted tone that balances out any drama. Think charming misunderstandings, funny expressions, and lots of playful interactions. Give it a try and let me know what you think. I'm always eager to hear what you find interesting or entertaining.
Can you
Remember,
can you
learning a
repeat
language is,
can you repeat one
oh,
time that that drama's name?
you got it. The show I recommend is called Meteor Garden.
Media Garden. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Okay, my next question is how effective is learning through music, movies, TV dramas, or any podcast?
Great question. You're catching on to some awesome study strategies. Learning through films, music, podcasts, and TV dramas can be incredibly effective, especially when combined with more traditional methods. It's like injecting a big dose of fun and engagement into your learning. Here's why. One, immersion. As we talked about before, it surrounds you with the language. You'll naturally absorb pronunciation, intonation, and even slang without even realizing it. Context clues. You're not just memorizing isolated words, you're seeing them used in real life situations. This helps you understand the nuances of when and how to use them. Three, motivation booster. Let's be honest, flashcards can get boring. Movies and music are entertaining. Keeping things enjoyable helps you stick with it. Four, cultural insight. You're not just learning the language, you're gaining a glimpse into the culture behind it. Think about it like this. Imagine trying to learn about a country by only reading a textbook. You'd get some facts, but wouldn't you want to see the sights, hear the sounds, and experience the culture firsthand? Media gives you that immersive experience. So, yes, get watching, listening, and singing along.
Okay. How does speaking with native speakers accelerate language acquisition?
It's like leveling up your skills in a game. Talking to native speakers is one of the fastest ways to unlock fluency. Think of it like this. One, real time feedback. Native speakers can immediately point out errors in your grammar or pronunciation. They can help you refine your accent and phrasing, making you sound more natural. Two, fluency boost. They use natural slang, idioms, and expressions that you wouldn't find in textbooks. Immersing yourself in natural conversation helps you pick up on these nuances and fluently integrate them into your own speech. Three, confidence builder. Avocado toast hadn't always been avocado and toast. Four, cultural immersion. Conversations with native speakers go beyond language textbooks. You learn about their perspectives, customs, and humor. It deepens your understanding of the culture and makes the language come alive. Do you have any further questions about the benefits or any concerns about speaking to native speakers?
Yeah. What is the best
It can be really
way to
nerve wracking.
develop fluency in speaking?
You're right. Putting yourself out there can be intimidating, but I see your courage. It's awesome that you want to tackle that challenge. Here are some tips for nurturing your speaking fluency. One, embrace the mistakes. Everyone stumbles when they're learning. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're proof you're stretching your abilities. Native speakers are usually understanding and happy to help. Two, think out loud, even when alone. Narrate your day. Practice conversations in your head or rephrase things you read aloud.
Okay.
Illusion.
How does confidence affect the ability to learn and speak a new language?
Confidence is like the wind beneath your wings when it comes to learning a new language. It's like this. One, bust through fear. When you're confident, you're less afraid to take risks and make mistakes. You're more willing to jump into conversations, even if you only know a few words. Two, opens your mind. Confidence allows you to be more receptive to learning. It makes you more open to trying new pronunciations, embracing different accents, and playing with grammar rules. Three, supercharges motivation. When you believe in yourself, you're more likely to stick with it, even when things get tough. Four, makes learning more enjoyable. Confidence turns learning into adventure. You approach it with enthusiasm and excitement rather than fear and self doubt. Think about it. Would you rather try new food in a friendly, welcoming environment or one where someone is constantly criticizing your every bite? The same goes for language learning. Confidence creates a more positive and productive learning experience.
Okay. What are some habits of successful language learners at the polyglots?
You've got the right mindset, wanting to glean wisdom from the pros. Here are some stellar habits shared by many successful polyglots. One, Consistency is queen king. It's not about cramming, it's about showing up every single day, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Think of it like exercise. A little bit regularly beats sporadic bursts of intense effort, too. They embrace immersion. They surround themselves with the language as much as possible. Podcasts, music, movies, even changing their phone settings. 3, active learning is key. They don't just passively absorb, they actively engage. Speaking from day one, even if it's just basic phrases, finding language partners online or in person, and using flashcards for active recall. 4, they don't fear mistakes. They see errors as opportunities to learn and grow, and they're not afraid to experiment with the language. 5, they set realistic goals. Instead of aiming to be fluent overnight, they set small, achievable goals that keep them motivated and moving forward. 6, they find joy in the journey. They focus on enjoying the process of learning and discovering a new culture rather than fixating on reaching a perfect level of fluency. Which one of these habits resonates with you the most?
Okay.
You have
Uh,
any other questions?
what is the role of
Polyglot.
technology, AI, and online communities in language learning today? What?
You're hitting on something really important. Technology has absolutely revolutionized the way we learn languages, opening up a world of possibilities. Personalized learning. AI powered apps and platforms can adapt to your individual needs and learning style, focusing on your strengths and weaknesses. They can provide customized lessons, pronunciation feedback, and personalized vocabulary lists. Accessibility and flexibility. With online resources, learning is no longer confined to classrooms or textbooks. You can access courses, tutors, and language exchange partners from anywhere with an internet connection at any time that suits you. 3, immersive experiences. VR, AR technologies can create realistic simulations of immersive environments, allowing you to practice your language skills in virtual contexts, like ordering food at a restaurant or navigating a foreign city. 4, global connection. Online communities connect language learners from around the world, providing opportunities for conversation practice, cultural exchange, and mutual support. Think of it like having a virtual language learning buddy system. 5, gamification and motivation. Apps often incorporate gamification techniques like points, badges, and leaderboards, making learning fun and addictive.
Yeah, it
Pretty
means
cool, huh?
now it's really good. You can learn the language with the help of AI tools and technology. That makes quite easier. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful insights on this topic. I'll be back with another amazing topic by tomorrow. Then till then, bye bye.
You got it. I'm excited to hear what amazing topics you bring tomorrow. Until then, happy language learning.